Welcome.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, somebody wasn't paying attention.
I was looking at anything else but the camera.
So, welcome to Wine or Whiskey.
Here we are.
I'm Whiskey. This
I'm
is. Okay, so today.
We've got a topic for you guys, man.
Okay, so I have to admit, I am on TikTok. But. Wait for it. I'm a watcher.
That really sounds a little creepy.
It sounds horrible.
I watch you.
But. So. I love to watch the videos. I don't know what it is. I'm addicted to it. I love, like, before bed, I'll sit there and just...
Yeah. And that can just
And
suck you in.
I go to bed at, like, 8:30, or I lay down at 8:30, and then I'll look at TikTok, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
I
Damn dog.
am way past my bedtime. Yes, I have a bedtime.
Oh, God, you have to when you're
old.
over 30.
Like, I have to get up
that's
really
mandatory.
early, and it's
Yeah,
horrible.
Come on. If y'all don't have a bedtime, you're doing life wrong.
Okay,
Wrong.
so I gotta go to work early.
Yeah.
Not really early, but, you know, I need to go to bed. Anyways, so I'll sit there, and I'm scrolling. I'm just like, yeah, that's funny. Yep, that's
Oh,
cool.
I totally relate.
Love it. That's cool. Oh, I see my friend.
Oh.
Oh, okay. And then I've noticed a trend because I've only been doing this for, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah, you haven't been on very long.
I haven't been on very long.
Yeah.
And something's kind of bothering me a little bit.
Y'all in trouble.
It's not even so much that they don't really post the little guys. It's the... Okay, so that does kind of bug, because once in a while I'll see these really funny videos from random people, but they shouldn't be random because everything should be random. Mm-hmm. What I'm finding really irritating is that every single time I swipe... Oh, I shouldn't say every single time. 80% of the time, I'm swiping, and I'm like, watching guys and girls hate on each other. What the F, man?
Mm-hmm.
Like... Guys are saying girls are bitches. Girls are saying guys are dicks or douchebags or how they got ghosted, which I've been ghosted. I'm not gonna lie. I've been ghosted quite a bit, and
that's a catch. We can talk. But yes.
But it's okay. I mean,
life.
I am in my mid-30s. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I'm
old. I love how you say that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm old AF. That is what my kids say.
Oh.
But it's okay. My kids are I have teenager kids, and that's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It kind of bothers me a little bit. So like I said, I've been ghosted a few times, and instead of getting so angry, try to understand it from the other point of view.
Yeah.
Like, why don't people ever understand from the other point of view?
Mm-hmm.
I could be driving in traffic and some douchewad sits there and cuts me off, and I'm sitting there like, what the fudge? But then I have to stop myself and say, he might be having a really bad day. What if he had a death in the family? Mm-hmm. What if his girlfriend just broke up with him? What if his mom, did something? I don't know. So I need to give them a little bit of grace. Like, dude, chill. And I'm talking to myself. I know it hurts. I know it hurts when somebody, like, just disappears out of your life. But also, remember, sometimes it's scary to tell somebody we don't match.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. I feel like on TikTok and if we say this because that's literally like one of the only platforms we're on. And I guess that brings to the point that I was going to talk about tonight. Like, I do understand, like, when I see the videos of men hating on women, like, that's just, like, that's always been a thing.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like the trend of women hating on men a lot is starting to get kind of almost to the point where it's aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've noticed that.
And, you know, I actually just saw in the news, and, you know, I actually posted a video, which is funny, a couple of days ago, and I was like, you know, because there's something going on in my life, and I was told a story about how somebody was getting abused, and they just didn't see it from the guy's perspective that he wanted to protect himself. And I was like, what? We live in a world where it's not okay for men to protect themselves from us because we're the weaker sex? But anyways, okay, so
Right.
then I posted that video, and then, like, the next day in the news, you guys, there's a news story about a woman who shoved her boyfriend into a suitcase, zipped him up, and he died in there. Because she was punishing him for cheating on her. I don't care how many times guy sticks his willy into whatever. It could have been 2 minutes ago. That's not okay. That's not okay. And I feel like there's a lot of platforms for women to get safe, you know, like saved from whatever they're in, but there's nobody really talking about guys.
You're so right.
There's not really anybody out there saying, you know what? Men get raped too. Men get raped too.
It's happened.
Mm-hmm. Not boys, not children, men.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there was a story actually that I heard, and this guy is suing this woman because she drugged him, had sex with him, because obviously their appendage is naturally going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah.
And then got pregnant because that was her end goal. Uh-huh. Girls!
That's, wow, my mind just went. So,
yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people out there advocating for women, which there should be.
yeah.
There's a lot wrong
for
in this
sure.
world. Every side
But
is right.
also,
and wrong.
why can't it be equal?
Yes. Why can't be there the same safe houses for men? Why is there? Have you ever even heard of a men's safe house? No. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, a lot of the safe houses that are out there do not even allow men in it, and I do.
Well, there
get
should
that.
be.
But there should be separate. Yes.
ones, but also men need protecting
Mhm.
too. Like, I'm sitting here thinking of my kid, and I have.
He's a grown man. He looks like a grown man.
I have a teenage boy,
Mhm.
and he looks like a grown ass man, and yeah, for real. And if no, I know, and if something happened to him,
you'd want him to be protected, right?
oh,
And that's where
just
I feel
thinking
like,
about it gives me anxiety. If something happened to either one, I have a girl and a boy. If anything happened to either of them, and they're just, I don't know. It brings up like
But isn't
I'd
that
go to prison.
interesting though? That like as a mom with two, you want the same for both. But I
Equal
feel like in
rights,
society right now, we are just straying so far from that. Because we are wanting to protect women. I mean, I do
Women
feel like a walking target half the time.
Oh,
Not even gonna
dude. Okay, so not funny, but funny. We were walking at work, and we talk while we're at work.
We have the same break schedule.
We just walk and talk. We walk and talk, and that's just our break, lunch, break.
Mm-hmm.
So, last week I think it was.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I was talking about how I like to run. Well, I like to, I don't like to run at all. I am not.
To run? I'm just
I am
kidding.
not.
There's a lot of you. I get
I'm not all about that endurance.
No.
If anything, I'm gonna lift weights.
I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm gonna do
I like
this.
to lift weights. I don't like to cardio. Anyways,
All right.
back on track. So I was saying the only way I would ever run outside because of what happens to women is if I was strapped like freaking James Bond, having, the vest on with
I said
guns.
I called you Laura Croft.
Yes, and I have a pit bull, and she would have a vest with guns on it. And it's sad that we have to think this way, but it's true. I would never run outside not being armed.
At least with something. A lot of women make sure they have something. And that is the truth. There is a reason why we are the way we are. However, I feel like we are at the point now where we are just dehumanizing men, and we are making them feel like my husband. Okay, so my husband is a big burly man, and this man has said many and multiple times he wants to be a NICU cuddler, and you know what that is. They go in there and hug the babies who need a little bit of love, for whatever reason they may need. They're in there for a long time.
Right.
He does not feel like he would be taken, in well, like, oh, he's a creep. And it's true. He would get looked. I'm just as guilty. Because if I was a parent, I'd be like, excuse me?
Why is this man with the big beard cuddling
But,
the kid?
I'm trying to fix that in my head because he's had baby fever since I've known him. And I've had to physically tell him, I'm done.
True.
I can't. True. But, it's so unfair that even doing that, he doesn't really feel like it'd be perceived well.
And that's kind of sad. Mm-hmm. Because he is probably more loving towards kids than I am.
Oh, he's way better than I am.
Yeah, I am not a nurturer at all. Like, when I had my kids, I don't know, I had to have a talk with myself.
Yeah,
say,
you have to have a come to Jesus moment.
This is yours.
Yeah.
You need to take care of this. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I
but
have to
him,
grow up.
It was natural since day one, so...
Yeah.
I just think, and we could go even further into this. Again, using the same platform, races are saying each other has it harder, women are saying they have it harder than men, men are saying they have it harder than women, and I think we kind of wanted to take this episode to kind of make sure you guys know that it all sucks for everyone.
Yep. It does. Everybody has a hard time. Everybody has a story to tell. And tell that story.
Yes.
And it's okay. But nobody has more of a right to... I don't know how to put that, but it's just...
Nobody has a right to downplay what that individual has been through.
When somebody else is going through some shiz, let them talk. Don't be like, hey, I've had it worse. It just... That bothers me. Maybe it's because I'm almost 40. Yep. Maybe
Wise
it's because...
to the world, though.
But I've seen so much change. And I'm also ignorant in a lot of things, and I know I am, but understanding that I am ignorant towards some things makes me want to learn more, and we all need to realize that we don't know everything.
No.
I think that's part of growing up, but...
I just wish, my wish for the younger generation, if there's anything that any of you, the few of you, no matter how many of you guys watch this, we kind of just wanted to take a moment to have a serious conversation on one of our episodes to let you guys know.
It's rare, but...
It is. That just maybe put yourself in that other person's shoes. Stop responding to everything.
Yeah. And have a little bit of forgiveness towards people. They might be going through something that you've never been through.
Right. And you know what? Even if that person is the most ignorant person in the world. Say this person walks up to you, criticizes your sex, your race, your religion. Why do you need to respond? Are they physically hurting you? Walk away. Walk away.
Yep. People are allowed to have their opinions, and that's okay. Accept them from what they are and move on. You don't have to respond.
Right. Because if you do, that's allowing them to win in general.
Yeah.
So, there is this one TikToker, something Roma Greek goddess. She's really gone on TikTok, and she has been advocating for men's rights.
That's
and
awesome.
I 100% agree that they need it, but I also feel like in return she is a little bit kind of talking shit about the women that are doing it. And a lot of the women, I agree, the ones that are doing it disgusting, but instead of belittling others, we should all be building each other up.
Yeah. How is that so hard? Why is it so hard to build people up? It's easy to criticize, but why is it so hard to build up?
It's so easy. I could spend hours on here being like, this person led me to, this doctor said this person said this.
Yeah.
My mama done did this.
Yep.
But why?
This person deserves this person deserves this, but we all forget to look in the mirror and say, what have I done?
Yeah.
I had that moment when I was 32. I had to look in the mirror and say, maybe it's not them. Because I had been broken up with a lot. and I don't know, I was going through some things.
Yeah, you did. I mean, you went through a lot.
I went through a phase, and it was bad. And eventually, I looked in the mirror and said, maybe it wasn't them.
So, I think it's time we real quick do our local plug. Just a quick 30 seconds local plug, and then I think we have to wrap it up.
Okay.
But what do you think? I think, well, okay, I know we kind of talked about this before. Let's just get it out there. Quixotes. Ugh.
I love this place.
It is
so good.
So good, you guys. It's off of Platt? No.
Well,
kind of.
Platt and what is that street?
It's right by the Burger King off of
Is it
Platt
Union?
in Pikes Peak, maybe? Well, it's off of Union, and it's like in between Pikes Peak and whatever the other one is. You know what I mean? It's like, anyways.
So there's a Burger King right there. I usually go by Landmarks, which is horrible.
Yeah.
Burger King, mall, strip mall, Quixotes, Delicioso.
Oh, they have the absolute best breakfast burritos ever.
Love it.
Let's see. Anything else you've had there?
I've had the breakfast burritos.
Their enchiladas are really good. Guys, everything's good there.
Really good.
Everything's
and
amazing.
The price is really good.
It is. Oh, their margaritas bomb.
And they're so nice.
All right, so again, just be nice,
Be
and
nice,
also go
y'all.
to
Come on.
Quixotes.
Stop judging. Start loving.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.